Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, ooh, Hola from the west side. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody had a great day. I know that we had a very, very quick verdict in the Derek Chauvin trial. Surprisingly, but I guess I should never be surprised. Hey, 12 Bells. Happy Wednesday, sis. I am glad that the right decision was made in that trial, in my opinion. And I think a lot of that is due to the phone video that brave teenage girl stood there and witnessed via video. I think that piece of evidence was so critical, along with her testimony. And I just think that the people, you think it would have happened if, I don't know if, hey Tutu, I don't know. You know what? If that same jury was in place, I think that it would. And this is my reasoning why. I honestly think that the people of Minneapolis themselves are fed up. And in this particular case, you have to remember the entire police department, nobody stood with this man. The blue wall of law enforcement fell right down. Nobody stood with him because they all knew he was wrong. So I honestly think that who was in national office really would not have had an impact on this trial, because the entire world is watching this. And I just think that for once they got it right. There's not that many. We know that time and time again, law enforcement is not held accountable when they kill someone or murder someone, And I agree that it's second degree. I don't think that he woke up that morning, obviously, and was thinking he was going to kill somebody that day. But I think that during the time that he was on this man, he wanted to intentionally hurt him. And I don't think he cared if the man lived or died. That's my personal opinion. And I think that the jury agreed with me because, you know, we've all seen that video. Let me see what you guys are saying. We've all seen that video. It's not going to cause no retrial. Only thing that they're going to be able to do, hey, big boy. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming through. No, the only thing the judge told them is that they can try and say something about that in the appeals process, but I don't think it's gonna do them any good. Because number one, Maxine Waters is a representative in California. Okay? The folks in Minneapolis don't give a hoot about what Maxine Waters is saying out here. She was talking to the people in California. Oh, I'm not doing any song. The only songs that you're gonna hear is this music right here, because this is a monetized channel. We will not be getting any copyright strikes on here. Can't do it in regards to that. So unfortunately, the only music I can let you guys hear is the music that's in the background. Please be careful with emojis, because my Nightbot is twerking in my chat, and Nightbot will time you out. That's a warning. Look, Nightbot's already got somebody. Sorry, Mover Earl. Sorry about that. Come back. You got timed out, though. I don't know why it times them out for 3,000 seconds. 3,000 seconds is a lot of seconds. That's like, 300 seconds is a lot. Because it's only 60 seconds in a minute. So that's like, what, 5 minutes? 5 or 6 minutes? You know, but I think that the defense may try to use what Maxine said, but no appeals judge worth their salt is going to even take that into consideration. You know, but he's going to be going through whatever appeals process or whatever he wants to do in the next 8 weeks. And Mr. Chauvin opted for the jury not to sentence him. That was probably a smart move on his part. That was probably a smart move on his part. He'd rather be at the mercy of the judge than the mercy of the people. So, but realistically, he could go to jail for the rest of his natural life. And because he's from a law enforcement, they're not going to be able to put him in general population unless they want him to die quick. And everybody in the country knows who this man is. So he's going to have to be in protective custody even within the prison. But think about this. The prison guards probably don't give a damn about him because he's made law enforcement look bad. So I don't know. It's going to be probably dangerous for him in jail. You know, and he's going to serve some time. And it better not be like 5-10 years. George Floyd's life is worth more than that. You know? George Floyd's life is worth more than that, you guys. But I was really happy to see that we as a people conducted ourselves in a fair manner. And, you know, we didn't lose our minds out there. Not at all. You know, but this is only one step, you guys, in the process. This is one time that they got it right. Think about all the times that they didn't get it right. And think about all the other trials that haven't happened. You know, he's not the only one that lost their life at the hands of police in what we feel is an unjust manner during this tragedy. Okay. We know that this young girl was just yesterday? Just yesterday was shot 4 times by the police, who was quote unquote trying to break up a fight between her and another girl, and claims that she was trying to stab the other girl. But why did he have to shoot her 4 times? Can anybody answer that? Why would a grown man have to shoot a 17-year-old girl with a knife 4 times? And she was on the ground, I think, using the knife, or she wasn't, you know, wasn't aimed at him. Can anybody explain that part? Hey, Red Wings. And I mean, they may have not have said it in the stories that you guys heard, but it was a black young girl. And I mean, you know, kids fight. And I'm not saying she was right to have a knife, but she should be in jail, not in the ground. You know what I mean? He could have done, I mean, if he was going to shoot her in the leg 4 times, excessive. Excessive. 17-year-old girl fighting another girl. And I don't know if the other girl was white or black, to be honest with you, or Latina. I don't know. I just know that the girl that's dead is black. And she was 17 years old, and it was a fight between 2 teenage girls that somehow the police got involved in. And I don't know about you, but I know that a gun always wins in a fight with a knife. You know, gun's gonna win. You had a gun, she had a knife. You know, but because she was fighting this other girl, I even though this man shot her 4 times, bet you nothing's done about it. Bet you nothing's gonna get done about it. That could have been a teachable moment for that girl. Instead, the only lesson she got was she's not here anymore. She ain't here no more. That's somebody's child. She wasn't even 18 years old, 17 years old. Let's see what you guys were saying. I know some cops want to kill someone. But it makes no effing sense to me. It don't make no effing sense to me. That was a child. And y'all already know about the 13-year-old in Chicago. They're busy, sending out other ish stories to take the light off that. Stupid stuff like the mayor is cheating on her wife. Who the F cares about that? What does that have to do with the cost of tea in China? If she's cheating on her wife, oh well. That should not be covered in the news in Chicago over the police shooting a 13-year-old boy who they said they thought had a gun, but he didn't have a gun on him when they shot him. Okay? But I'm sure all they're going to talk about is anything that is criminal in regards to that little boy. But there still needs to be an investigation into that officer shooting him down. And I pray that there's going to be an investigation into the officer who shot the young girl who was in a fight. In that situation, there was body cam. In both of these situations, there was body cam footage. Thank God for body cam. Police having to wear body cams now. Thank God for that, y'all. And but sometimes they don't have them on like they're supposed to. But in these two incidents, the officers did have body cam, and I believe when the girl was fighting, I believe there's also cell phone footage from that one. But they trying to talk to you about whether Mayor Lightfoot in Chicago is cheating on her wife or not, because she's the first openly, lesbian mayor. Why is that the talking point? With all the people getting shot down, black people getting shot down in Chicago. What is that? Seriously. Hey, Couture. How you doing, sis? I know that. That's the thing. They're not releasing the footage. But I know that there was body cam in both of those things. The one with the girl and with that young boy in Chicago. So y'all ignore the stories about Mayor Lightfoot. Nobody give a damn about whether she's cheating on her wife. What does that have to do with her running the city? I'm just saying. And what does that have to do with people dying? Seriously. They're tripping. Good. I know it's late for you, girl. I came on later than normal. Y'all know, those of you who saw my short vlog earlier today, y'all know that I washed my hair tonight. So I had to come on a little later because I had to have time to tame my mane so I could put a wig on and put some Pocahontas braids in and be able to be presentable. So that's why I was later than normal. And I was watching The Masked Singer, you guys. So guess who was on The Masked Singer? Bobby Brown and Tamara of the Maui twins. Tamara, the one that used to be on the grill. Yeah, she was on there. So she was the seashell, and Bobby Brown was the crab. So they both got voted off tonight because it was a double whammy. Yep, I had to wash the gray out, y'all. So, cause I just like colored my hair I would say about 6 weeks ago. I only did a touch up. I didn't put color all in my hair. I just put it at the roots so I could just get the roots back to brown, and that's probably why it was a quicker process for me. And I was able to get my hair colored, washed, kind of, sort of, semi damp dry, braided, and a wig put on. Y'all, I will say that the wigs come in handy when you need them. For us natural girls that normally have our hair up in braids and stuff, it came in handy tonight. Because, normally when I'm doing my hair, I either don't go live that night, I either cancel go live, or I do it on the night that I'm not going live. But I got a couple more wigs coming, y'all, because my character in these movies, I gotta have wigs for them. They can't all, be braids, purple braids like DC. I did that for one character. I did that for the character in the first movie, and it worked because although that was a period piece, I was able to get away with the braids because I didn't have them in the entire thing. Part of it, I had my hair tied up in a bonnet or something. Because I was a coke addict in that movie. But in this next movie that I'm going to be in, I am going to be one of these women who has gotten her body snatched after being a big girl and so basically she's lost over 200 pounds. So she's not a natural girl. She's not braids. She was braids when I did the play, but in the movie, she's not going to be. So I have a couple of wigs for her. One of them is a purple one. And I ordered it. This is the second time I've ordered it, y'all. I've ordered this freaking wig 2 times. The first time I ordered it, it got damaged and they had to refund me my money. So then I went to a different company and got it. And this company, I think, is in the United States versus the other company was not in the United States. And so it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So I may, once I get it, I may post a picture of me with that purple wig on my community tab. And it's not what you think, y'all. It's not a long one. It's like, a bob cut. It looks cute, but I think it will be good for this character. So we're going to see how that works. And then I got like one of those 360, with the lace, the complete thing so you can pull up in ponytail. Got one of those for doing these movies because I'm not letting these people touch my hair. Y'all understand? My hair, is sacred to me. And when it's not shrinking, it's like almost halfway down my back. And we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it that way. For sure. So, although I'm working on movies that are Black movies, I still don't want nobody touching my hair. So, although DC is not really into wigs per se, for these characters, they're gonna wear wigs. So it just means that whenever I'm gonna do a movie, I'll I'll have to, take my braids down, like, right before we do filming. And then I can, put it up in between filming. Because usually the movies, because when we're doing these independent films, we're usually doing them like, we'll do a part of it one weekend, and then, so I can throw some braids in my hair real quick in between filming, but, I can get, I found a couple of these lace front ones that are okay, with the pre-plucked and all that stuff, y'all. But my thing is that as long as I can get it on and make it not look wiggy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ladies in the chat know what I'm talking about when I say I don't want it to look wiggy. Okay? I don't want it to look like it's a freaking wig. I want it to look like, maybe it could possibly, be my hair. So, and that always has to do with, how the front of it is, how it is around your edges and all that stuff. And as I'm not one of those people who's always wearing wigs, I have to be selective in the few that I'm going to have in my small collection. Because I think when it's all said and done, I'm going to have like about 4 or 5 for doing movies to start out for characters, and then of course, I'll slap them on my head for me in those times when I'm feeling it like it. Yeah, Bree, I can't, I can't let nobody, I'm not going to let nobody do nothing. Now, if you want a character to have short hair or, whatever, it's going to be wigs. It's going to be wigs from now on. I wore my own hair in the first movie, but that was because I was playing a drug addict. And she wore her hair in braids. I made her be someone who wore her hair in braids because she did hair. That was one of her side hustles, so I made it work for that character. But the different characters are different. And this particular character, this woman's vain. She's vain in this particular one. She's so proud that she's lost all this weight, and she's too busy trying to be cute. So she's definitely not going to be a naturalista like myself. She's going to have her hair slayed to the gods. Oh, thank you, Miss Pamela. I appreciate it. But when I'm getting into character, I figured, definitely the different hair is going to obviously, hopefully bring the attitudes for these different characters, But yeah, I know that just from the people that I know who are in the business, that do movies and stuff, or do, are acting in different things, whether they're, theater actors or everybody generally wears wigs for that kind of stuff. And that's the same thing that they do now a lot in the modeling industry. But back when I did modeling, no. It wasn't, we weren't wearing wigs, and they always wanted the black girls to wear weaves. And really you had to, because you were protecting your own hair, because they would burn your hair out with all the crazy hairstyles that you'd have to do doing for different modeling things and stuff. But that was, that was back in the 80s, y'all. that's when I was modeling. Even though I have been approached multiple times in my 50s to do modeling, to do mature modeling. And I thought about it, and there is a modeling agency that I could probably get in contact with. And, now that we're starting to open back up, I may check them out and see what it's about. It would be fun to model again, especially since, the requirements are not pencil thin for mature models. That was my problem, because as slender as DC is, I was not small enough. Even though, I'm a slim girl, I still have black girl hips. I still have hips. They not, as big as other people, but, I'm not, straight down, So I couldn't wear a size 2. Okay? I still can't wear a size 2. As a matter of fact. I think the smallest that I could get in the way that they make the clothes, I take that back. I squeezed myself into a size 2 dress. It was it Calvin Klein? I think it was a Calvin Klein dress. And I don't know how I got into that size 2, because it was one of those model dresses that I bought at one of those stores that sells like all the models, the model size ones. Basically, it's the designers, the piece that they used, the prototype. Yeah. And so there are always these tiny, tiny sizes. Somehow I squeezed my butt into that one, and I can still squeeze my butt into it. Barely. Barely. Hey, Bayou Bunny. Hey, sis. Thanks for coming through. I love that you're coming through. But yeah, I don't know who they make those, I ain't that skinny, I'm, and after COVID, I added a little extra, but I'm still, I still got the flat stomach. It's just not defined like it was before COVID. So I got to get my 6-pack back. But for the mature modeling, you don't have to be, you don't have to be a size 2. They want, you as you are. If you're a slimmer woman, great. If you're not, you're not. They're just, I guess they're looking at my height. Because it was one of their recruiters that this guy always sees me. I've seen this man like 4 times in the last year. And I know it's a legitimate modeling agency because I've gone to their site. They're up in the Wilshire district of Los Angeles. And they're it's a Black-owned modeling agency, as a matter of fact. It's the oldest, quote unquote, Black-owned modeling agency, is what they say on their website. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll go check them out as we're coming out of this. Who knows? Maybe I can get some, some modeling gigs out of it, locally. Make a little money. Because even back then when I was doing that, I could still make between $250 to $500 a day for the kind of stuff that I was doing. And that was just local. And this was I'm talking about when I was 18, 19, and 20. This is back in DC. This wasn't even in California. But I would do like, shows and, department store, that kind of stuff, and photo shoots. And I've done a couple of fashion shows. I did a couple of fashion shows and a few photo shoots when I was in my 20s here in California. But they got a lot of people that want you to do nude. I wasn't doing that because, the San Fernando Valley used to be the sex industry capital for filming. They were always trying to get people to do those kind of pictures. I ain't dumb. I wasn't doing that. I used to, those apple bottoms that Nelly used to make. Remember those jeans, y'all? I used to love those jeans. Those were like those jeans and the other ones that I like that actually fit my booty. The apple bottoms, and oddly enough, J-Lo's, those jeans that J-Lo did. Remember when everybody, all the rappers and singers, everybody had a clothing line back in the 90s and like the early 2000s, like pre-2000, I would say pre-2010. And I used to like the baby fat too. They had a couple of pretty good jeans in there. And now they have those, what do they call them? The TikTok scrunchy booty leggings that, they're advertising. But if you don't have any behind at all, don't waste your time getting those things, ladies. You got to have a little something for them to lift up. It's only going to define what you already have. If you got a flat behind, it's not going to make it. They're not going to make yours look better. Don't go by them little commercials that y'all keep seeing. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all that. Now, they look great on me, but yeah, I had a little booty. I'm saying if you have no booty, don't get them those TikTok leggings and think they're gonna give you a booty. Please don't. Save yourself $20 or however much they cost. I'm actually gonna probably do a review on them because I actually bought 3 different kinds of them. And one kind I bought a second pair because I like those better than the other ones. So I'm probably going to do a review of them. I probably will. Yeah. The apple bottom has some nice stuff. I think I still might have a pair of apple bottoms somewhere. I think I probably might have one pair left somewhere around here. I have to go looking for them. But I definitely know I have a pair of baby fats. But I think I have a pair of apple bottoms somewhere around here. Yeah, I didn't like, who else had some? Was it the academics and the Rockaware ones? I ain't like theirs. I don't know who they were making their jeans for. I don't know who they were making for. One for Black women's body, because see, here's the thing. even if we are smaller Black women, most of us still have curves. You know, I'm like, I'm smaller, but I'm 5'9". Okay, and I pushed out a 10-pound baby. I did not have a C-section. I got hips. Hips run in my family, as a matter of fact. Most of it, it's like most of us, we either get the top or we get the bottom. I got more top than bottom for me, but I got hips. But yeah, I don't know who Sean John, and the Rockaware, I don't know who they made theirs for. I think that Nelly actually thought about, what the jeans were. I'm sure he actually bothered to get a Black female model to make sure that they was going to hug right, And I mean, I'm pretty sure J-Lo probably used herself, and she's a Latina, and they're curvy like us, so that's probably why her jeans fit too. But like with the baby fat, they didn't seem to have a problem. They didn't seem to have a problem either. But those were the only ones out of all of them Black brands that came out. Remember there was G-Unit. I remember everybody was a designer. Everybody was a designer. Now what are we left with? I think we're left with Kanye and maybe a little Sean John. I think everybody else who jumped into it jumped out. I mean, does Beyonce still have her House of Darion? Is that still going? I'm just saying. I forgot the Darion jeans. Her jeans are good. Her jeans were good too. They're hard to find. They were hard to find because not everybody carried them damn things. But those were good ones too. You say you have top for days. Well, I don't have top for days, but shoot, doing this global thing that's been going on, I'm like, I think I have to change. I think I might have to go up a bra size. Because I was just, before this, I was just trying to hold on to my weight, y'all. I was just trying to hold on to my weight because I had a hard time getting over 145 to 150 pounds since my mother died, y'all. And that was 2011 or 12, no. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, so it's been like almost 10 years. And it took being in the house, basically cooped up, having to cook a lot, because you folks who DoorDashed it and Uber Eats it the entire time for the last year, I don't know how y'all did that. How could you afford to do that? I mean, we did it sometimes out of necessity simply because everybody needed to eat and I didn't have time to cook because I was working. But other than that, I try to cook. I did try to cook. And and I ate a lot of my favorite food, y'all. You know what my favorite food is? Potatoes. Potatoes, 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 potatoes. And potatoes love me too. And it loves my thighs. Especially when I French fry them. So, but it's all good. It's all good because, you know, I'm still, I think I think my weight has just redistributed itself around, because I still don't think I don't think I'm more. If I might be 155 or 160, and the reason I'm saying I might be is because I don't own a scale, y'all. Ain't no scales up in this house. I'm not, you know, and every time I get on a scale, they lie to me. You know, they always tell me I weigh less than I feel I weigh. So I don't like scales for that reason. You know, I have the opposite problem with scales, you know, so, but I think I need to get a scale because I would like to know, you know, where I am generally, see if I'm right. You know, I don't want to wait until I go get my physical to find out how much I weigh. You know, but I love my potatoes, you know, but I haven't been eating as many potatoes lately. I've backed up off the potatoes, you know, and I've been eating more of my greens, and I'm back to my walking, and I'm back to my Pilates. So we will be any extra, you know, poundage that's not in the right place will be moved away. You know, but you know, I'd have to gain 25 pounds for anyone to notice that I had gained weight. And I'm being honest with you guys. If I gain, like, I have to gain a lot of weight for it to show. And that's simply because of my height. It's because of my height, you know. And, you know, thank God I have still yet to get the menopause metabolism. I still have the same metabolism that I had prior to it. So therefore, I've never gotten any, you know, extra weight or anything, you know. I do try to live a healthy lifestyle, but I do not count my calories, y'all. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I do drink a lot of water, lots and lots and lots and lots of water. But you know, I just think that I'm naturally this way because I took after my dad's side of the family, you know, and my sister took after my mom's side. My brother, interestingly enough, my brother has gained a considerable amount of weight. He's not fat or anything because he's 6'6", but he's built more like you know, a basketball player, really, you know, that kind of size. And I think that's because he lives in the South, and you know how they fix that food in the ATL. He lives in the Atlanta area, so that's what I think it is. But wherever my weight lies, my man loves it. So, and he liked the fact that I gained a couple of pounds, as a matter of fact, you know. So I'm not really sweating it at all. I'm just going to, you know, enjoy it, because I don't gain weight that easily. So I'm going to enjoy these few pounds. I didn't gain. If I'd have gained like 10 or 15 pounds, I'd be worried, you know, because that probably would be a lot of, everybody would notice I gained weight at that point. But I think I gained like about 5 pounds. So that would take me to 155. not much more. So, and y'all would have told me if I suddenly started. Of course, I never stand up. Y'all only see me on camera. I'm always sitting down. But I mean, there are shots, you know, of me on my page and in my videos, full body. So y'all know I'm not a fat girl. Y'all know I'm skinny. I prefer to call it athletic build because I was an athlete. I ran track. I was a ballet dancer. You know, classical kind of dance. I have to always say that because when I say I was a dancer, people always think it's something else, and so I have to. I studied ballet from the age of 5, from the age of 5 all the way, and then I was even in dance theater in college. I tried out for dance theater my freshman year at Hampton. I didn't make it. A lot of people danced. You know, I think but then when I transferred to USC, I made it into the USC dance theater. So, you know, I could dance a little something. I was a pretty good dancer. I still am. I can still do all those moves, you know. I may not be quite as flexible as I was back then, but I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back. He said you probably come up to his knees. Oh, you talking about my brother? Yeah, my brother is tall. My brother's 6'6". So is my dad. My dad is 6'5". My brother is 6'6". My dad is 6'5". My son is 6'4". So he's like, because his dad is not as tall, but there's a lot of height in his dad's family. You know, like his mom is really, really tall. His mom is 6 foot tall. And he's got 2 sisters that are 6 foot tall. You know, and brothers, but I don't think that my ex-husband's father was that tall. So he's like 6'3". But my son's like an inch taller than his dad. Yeah, no, I do walk. And also, y'all, I have an upstairs and downstairs in my house. So I'm the bedrooms are upstairs, so I'm always going up and down the stairs every day. You know, thank God I have good knees, you know, so far. You know, but my knees aren't as good as they used to be because, again, I was an athlete. And I ran track. You know, I skated, I danced, I did all of those things. And so, you know, all of that wear and tear. So, you know, the knees aren't as good as they used to be, but I can still get up and down them daggone stairs. So, but when I move from here, I'm done with stairs again. It's like my house that I was in before here was all one level. And where I was before that was all one level. But you know, this has been nice, but I'm definitely trying to get out of here by, you know, within the year. Preferably this year. I know I put everything on hold because, you know, we were going through the middle of all the stuff, but now everything is starting to open back up. So, yeah. Yeah, David is tall. You know, I mean, y'all can't really tell, but I'm like, if I stand next to him, you can see that I am quite a bit shorter than him. You know, yeah, which is like before the pandemic, man, I used to always wear heels, y'all. I put on heels the last 2 Sundays to go to church. I'm gonna have to start wearing heels again. My feet are they don't know what I'm doing. They're like, what's wrong with you? We thought you liked us. So I gotta break my feet back into wearing heels. And I don't wear I don't wear the low heels, y'all. I'm 5'9". When I put on heels, I'm at least 6 foot. And most of my heels are 3 inches or higher. Most of them are between 3 and 4 inches, depending on the heel. Depending on the heel, But my man is 6'6", so what does it matter? What does it matter? But yeah, I gotta get my feet to get back into the heels, and not just into the clunky heels. I gotta be able to get into the cute heels. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I remember I did stand up. I remember I got trolled when I did a daytime live. God, that was like what, the year before last? Yeah, and somebody in the chat was thinking that I was a man. I said, oh really? And I stood up. And in that day I had on a midriff. And this was pre-global, plague. So I had a 6-pack. With a midriff. And I had on these people are stupid to be on here. But oh yeah, I guess Davey came down because it is almost time. I've been on here for almost an hour. I time just flies. Let me bring myself on camera because y'all know David's gonna come over here. You coming over, Dave? All right, let me move this out the way. Let me move this out the way first. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna move that over there. No, you can come over. Let me see. There we go. Oh, it might help if I do this. There you go. Now y'all can see us. Hey, everyone. Yeah. Oh, let me move it up. There. Say hi. Yeah. See? Ponytails. Okay. 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 Yeah, he's a lot taller than me. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Come here, Dave. Come stand up. See, he's behind me, so y'all can see. But y'all can see that I am not as tall as my son. As y'all can see, I am not as tall as him. He is taller than me. But yeah, y'all can see I am not a big girl. Like I said, I am not a big girl. I'm still skinny. Yeah. Even after the pandemic. I just got a little more junk in my trunk. I think that's probably the only place anything went. Got a little extra junk in my trunk. Hey Terry. Yeah, but that's about it. But I amazingly I got my hair washed before I got on here, colored, got the wig on, got it to the reason I have on this thing is because I had to wet the hair and the wig so that it would lay down. And so now I have it tied down so that it'll behave. So that when I can take this off. But yeah, I will be, let's see, what do I have left? Oh yes. I have 2 videos that are coming out this week. I don't know if I'm gonna put the one up tomorrow or if I'm gonna put it up Friday. It'll be up between tomorrow and Friday. The artsy autism vlog will be up between tomorrow and Friday, and I will be back on live on Friday night. And look for my short tomorrow. There should be a short tomorrow. I'm trying to be consistent with those, y'all. I'm doing pretty good. Even though, I think the one today was late in the day, but I got it out. But yeah, I will see you guys in real time on Friday. And until then, I wish you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. As y'all can see, it's coming along. It'll be done. I'm trying to get it done because I got to move on to my next project, so I got to finish it. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Peace.